Hello my friends and welcome to episode 9 of our Football Manager 2021 Let's Play with Rangers, and it's the end of season 1 review. Did we go unbeaten? Domestically, of course we lost that Europa League Cup game to Spurs. Unfortunately, just a brutal draw in reality. I think we could have made a mark on the competition without it, and with kind draws in the knockouts we could have gotten really deep. But hey ho, is the way of the draw. You live and die by those draws. So we have our end of season review now. I've been through this with Barcelona and I can't really remember it. So I decided at this point I was going to record rather than record before or after it. So I deliberately waited for this screen. So we've got to the new arrivals. So the only player that we brought in is Jamie Hamilton. We didn't sign many new players, but we strengthened the squad in important places, and stability in our squad contributed to our success is the things there. Jamie Hamilton only in, Brandon Barker, Jack McConnell and Stephen Davis out. Jack McConnell part of the deal with Jamie Hamilton. Stephen Davis they were a bit unhappy with. They felt we could have got more money, and obviously several loans out, the best of which was Cedric Itten, who did actually make 12 appearances off the bench plus one start for West Brom, getting 3 goals, so not a bad loan for him. Everyone else, done okay. Season results. Here we go. Did we go unbeaten? Yes, we did. Just the one draw all season for 112 point total. Absolutely insane stats there. Competition top goal scorer for us was Alfredo Morelos. I'm not sure if he was the top goal scorer over in the competition. We need to have a look. We finished the season with a 4-3 against Motherwell. It was a very close game. We kind of went strength to strength at the end, and then they got a late penalty to get back into it, but it was kick-off in full time. And then a 3-1 victory against Ross County. Yanis Hadji with a hat-trick in that game. And then I brought on some of the young lads, including Glenn Middleton at left back when the game kind of started to go against us. I wanted to try him out there because that's where he'd had a couple of games in real life, but he's only got 4 tackling and very low positioning. I can't remember what his positioning is, so I don't think that's an experiment I will try again, if I am honest. Overall league table looks pretty decent. We finished several points above Celtic, 24 points maybe, I'm not sure on that. Yeah, 24 I think. 102, 92, 88, yep, 124 points ahead. Now obviously we're pitting 2 points off the maximum 114. It's going to be pretty decent sized gap, you'd imagine, unless they had a very strong season themselves. And 4 draws, 6 losses isn't a terrible season, but it's not a good season either. Now obviously 4 of those losses are to us, so that makes a bit of a difference. Aberdeen finishing on 56 to go into the Europa League, which I'm happy about because I'd rather Aberdeen were going into the Europa League. Motherwell 53. The only other team in positive goal difference in the entire league, apart from the Old Firm, was Motherwell. Ross County with 50. Dundee United with 43 down and off the top 6. So both Kelly and Hibs failing to make the top 6, which is quite interesting. Average attendance only of 48,000, which is slightly disappointing. Final position first, of course. Moments to remember: biggest win 6-0 against Livingston away. Match to remember: a 5-0 win away at Aberdeen. And goal of the season was Greg Stewart, of all people. He didn't play a lot, but he did have a couple of good games around December time. I remember that in the 6-0 game away to St Johnstone. So we must have had a few 6-0s actually. The finances now, these are not good. I will show you this in more detail afterwards, but sponsorship income of 6 million, broadcast obviously very poor in Scotland, corporate hospitality 3 million, just under 4 million, prize money 4.4, and match day in commercial and retail is 1.4 million. Shirts sold were Morelos, Hadji, Kent, Aribo and Jack. Total merchandising sales of 4.14, which only 414 was non-domestic, which is a bit low. To be honest, we need to be improving our non-domestic sales. Obviously domestic sales fairly strong with that number. No new sponsorship deals, no notable new sponsorship deals, because there is no sponsorship deals, so that's a bit of a disappointment as well. How we lined up, this is Stephen Davis never played Cam once, I just want to clarify that. Stephen Davis did not play Cam once. I do not understand that. In fact, you even see appearances, it's absolutely crazy. Why is Aribo not in there? Zungu over Kelly, I can get. Kamara over Jack, I can get. Stephen Davis should not be in that team. That should be Joe Aribo. He's been absolutely robbed there. Because other than that, Joe Aribo in there would be the strongest team. Apart from maybe Jack and Kelly could be arguable. Zungu I'm not going to renew because, again, our transfer budget's been swallowed up and I do not know how. The Accolades, so we got Manager of the Month about every single time. August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. We did not get May, although his May finished. And Players Manager of the Year. Player Awards, Barisic Player of the Season, Young Player of the Season is Hadji, Goal of the Season, Greg Stewart as the cover top goal scorer, Alfredo Morelos with 26. Most assists, Barisic with 20. Most man of the matches, Barisic with 11. Highest average rating is Barisic. Record breaks, most goals by a player in a season, 31 for Morelos. Most clean sheets by a player in a season, Al McGregor 22, one short of the league record of 23. Most player of the match in a season, Barisic of course. Worst discipline, unfortunately goes to Ryan Jack. And oldest goal scorer is taken by Jermaine Defoe at 38 and 186 days. History in the making of course. And, you know, I'll let you have a look at that. From that, and finish. Out we come now. So that is the season sort of in a nutshell. Finances, we are £9 million in debt. As I said, we got an original budget of 743,000. I've not brought anyone in, so I'm very confused by this. That it's down to 23,000 now. A couple of staff contracts got renewed by somebody. Nobody has permission to renew staff contracts apart from me. I was not renewing their contracts, and somehow we're down to 23,000. I don't know why. I really don't. Now, of course, we do have some transfers coming in, so let's have a look at our ins. Now, we've got Trodrick Dilrosun coming in from Jong Sparta in the Netherlands. He looks decent. He's a 3-star potential. He's maybe not been quite worth it, but he's coming in without a work permit, so that might be a bit of an issue. No idea what wages I'm paying him, to be honest. Van Akerpoint, we've mentioned, he's coming in on about £300 a week. Ironically, that's currently what he's valued at. Decent potential for the future. Nico again coming in without a work permit, but I'm really hoping to get him one because I see him playing this deep lying playmaker role so comfortably. Yes, he'll need to work on that, but he could also cover in the Mazelia role as well if he can work on that tackling and anticipation. He could be a top player. Obviously, we know him from the Barcelona side. We've got Bobby Carroll coming in from Everton, another sort of, you know, can cover a couple of midfield roles fairly well. Will develop nicely, hopefully. Again, on a free transfer, 4.5-star potential on him, 3.5-star rather. Camille O'Donnell in from Alloa, we've touched on him before. Jamie Semple in from Motherwell, I'm not quite so sure on him, but I've decided to take the gamble. And Ethan Ross in from Aberdeen, currently unknown at Rafe, by the way. So, you know, all of these are fairly decent signings, so I'm fairly content with that overall. Player wise, we've got, where's our wanted? 24 players wanted. This was 25, but I think a couple of teams, I don't think Jermaine Defoe is wanted now by a couple of teams after they rejected 3 or 4. I'm not renewing his contract anyway, as we know. 9 players already transferring out, including Greg Stewart rather, Jamie Murphy, Ross McCrory, who I would really like to bring back if we can in the future. I'll be monitoring him very, very closely. Aberdeen have got an absolute steal there, by the way. Cammy Palmer, Danny Finlayson, Nicky Hogarth, Chris McKee and Kieran Dixon. I probably would have renewed their contracts if I had a bit longer to think about it. And Kyle McClelland. And even when they had the off bids in, I was like, it's probably not worth fighting it. I should have renewed. I really should have. Wanted wise, we've got Barisic wanted by, that's just level, PSG, Juventus, Sevilla. Tavernier by Leicester. Kamara Roof by Villa and Newcastle. Glenn Kamara by West Ham. Ryan Kent by Arsenal. Connor Goldson by Arsenal, Tottenham, PSG. George Edmundson by Newcastle, Philippe Hollander by Newcastle, Alfredo Morelos by Bournemouth, Palace, Everton, Newcastle and Norwich, Joe Aribo by Bournemouth, Palace, Man United, who have made it public in their interest, and Spurs, Balogun, he's in the contract. I think everyone else is just young players that are sort of filling out a contract. So realistically we could be selling it for several millions of pounds here, which would give us a transfer budget to work with. Now I should go to the board and say I want a bit more of that, but 80% is actually fine. You know, if I'm selling for big money, I should not be spending the same kind of money on ins as I am taken out, if that makes sense. We'll have a quick look at the table. Edward did manage to win Golden Boot of the league, finishing 2 goals ahead of Morelos, who was a further 2 ahead of Hadji. Obviously Hadji's had that injury sort of spell. The assists though look really good. Top 3 assists all for us. Craig Conway and Stephen O'Donnell managing to match. Joe Aribo in 3rd, Ryan Kent in 2nd, Borna Barisic way out in front with 28 goals, 8 assists ahead of anyone else. Hadji and Kelly not that far behind. Kelly actually came back. He was worth £1 million when we brought him back. He's now worth 8.75. And progress bar. This is where we brought him back. Now he's having decent progress at Ross County. This just kicks on. That shows you the difference between coaching and whatnot. Even Roof up there in the top 10. Goals wise, Kent in 7th with 17. Goldson, Connor Goldson up in 12 with 13 league goals for this season. That is absolute craziness. Kamara Roof in 15th. Overall, I'm very happy with this season. So we're going to move on to next season. As I said, this is going to be a very reactive window. But thanks all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you would do going into next season. Hit like, hit subscribe, and I'll hopefully catch you all next time.